Well, hello. I'm going to show you how I lay my charts out. Roll the intro and I'll show you. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers and I am the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you something along the way. And today is very simple. At the weekend I did a live stream for the Scruffy squad that went catastrophically wrong because I am no techno, but I am a pretty good trader, unlike this idiot.
You ding dong!
Yeah, he'll talk a good game, I'll show you it. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to show you how I lay my charts out and the reason why I lay them out in that way. So come with me and I'll show you. Okay guys, hope you're well. I've just come on the camera because it's closing on end of day. I've had a good day. And I wanted to kind of recap what I was talking about yesterday on the live stream that went a little bit belly up. I am working on that. I'll do my best. Like I say, it wasn't something I ever planned on doing, but we'll see what the new year brings. I'm going to spend sort of the Christmas holidays and one thing and another just messing around and seeing if I can get this thing to work. But in the meantime, I wanted to recap a little bit about the way that I lay my charts out, because it was something that's been asked by a number of you. Little salute to you, Nick, because I know you use a similar system. And what I thought I'd do is I'll show you my main screen. Now, the way I set things up, because I use multiple screens, is I just open up multiple browsers. Alright, so I'll have one on my peripheral and it doesn't change. It stays there all the time. And at the top of the hour, I can flick it up and have a look through. And in between them, I just have my sort of music or whatever it is playing on here. But if I'm analyzing anything and I want a quick snapshot, this is how it's laid out. So let me pull up my chart. There we go. And as you can see, I'm hoping the camera's a lot clearer. There's a little my birthday's not in April, Christmas present to myself, and I thought, why not? I enjoy this as a hobby, so I bought a camera to make it a little bit better. So I've got a proper streaming camera, and then I've got my other one for doing the normal videos that I do. Okay, so what we're looking at, this is my window of the world, and it is laid out in such a way that I can immediately identify anything that is on my radar to trade. And it's predominantly the same 8 products all the time. And it is always FTSE, DAX, cable, euro, dollar. The other 3 change every once in a while, but they are mainly US dollar, oil, and pound yen. All right. If I see something and I swap it around, I might change a couple of them. But I do that on a Sunday just as I'm glancing through. And basically all I'm looking at is something that's on an outer extreme on a daily or a weekly. If it's below that, it stays the same. Okay? And the reason being is because if it's on an outer extreme on a daily or a weekly, there's a fair chance there's going to be movement that week. And I want it to be one of the first things that I look at. Now, the other way and the other tabs you kind of see, actually, can I get this? I wonder. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to see if I can get that banner off the top. There we go. Right. Happy days. There we are. Right. What you're kind of looking at, I use OBS by the way, and it has all sorts of little banners on. It's really good. Is my window of the world, or the main watch list. Okay, and that's what this is. The others that you see, when I have a day, all that is when I do a strength sheet on a morning, whatever came up as potential to trade. Oh, there's Winky in the background. Oi.
Yeah.
That'd be very good of you, thank you.
Yeah.
See that? That was a subtle hint, that, guys. Yeah, so if it pulled out the Aussie dollar, I just drop it in there as a watch list. And again, I watch it throughout the day, and if nothing happens, doesn't matter. That's what that's for. Then I break it down into the pound pairs. So these are the major pound pairs. And you'll see the window of the world is already marked up, because I mark them up constantly. These I'll mark up as and when they come into time to trade. In other words, when it's on an outer extreme, because it only takes a second or so to mark up, and then they're ready. Okay, and then I'll just leave it for the week, clear them down at the weekend. But what you're looking at here, and why they are laid out in such a way, is the base currency is the pound on all of them. So if I'm trading cable, I will look at the rest of the pound pairs to see if they're all going in the same direction. It adds extra weight to what I am looking at, you know, because if they're all going in the same direction, it's telling me the pound is increasing. And then I do the same with the euro. The euro actually has 5 pairs that has the euro as the dominant, and if you see, they're all the major minors. I don't look at the exotics at all. You know, I find them very hard work. The spreads are massive, and they are unbelievably unpredictable. So I stick with the major minors because they behave themselves, and you can pull out decent trades. And that is the whole point of what we do here. We are looking to get decent trades. We're not looking to be in the market all the time. We are waiting for the perfect setup. We're trading it, and if you do it once a day, be thankful, because that's all you need. If you get a trade in and then you try and go in again and it's substandard, you'll give away your profit, and that's something you don't want to do. All right, and that's why I have all these laid out the same way, and the principle is the same. If I'm looking at the euro dollar, I want all of these going in the same direction. And then you break it down to the US. Now the US is slightly different because I do add in the Aussie dollar, and it has the US on the back foot. So if that's going up, I want these 3 to be going down because the pair's inversed. All right, but it is a major, so that's why I keep it in this basket. And you can see they're all laid out. And then I do the same with commodities, because commodities are world drivers, and the world drivers are oil, gold, silver, and coffee. Same principle. In this is a snapshot of what I want to see going on. And if you look at gold and silver, they follow very similar patterns. So if you see an excellent setup on gold, keep an eye on silver, because it may come into play as well. Coffee, it's a good product to trade, as is oil. And then finally, you're looking at your indices, which are the true window of the world, because these are what's showing you what's going on in the economies of each country or each area. And again, the window of the world's already marked up, and then I keep an eye on these to see if they're ready. And because it's laid out in such a way, I can identify a trade at the drop of a hat. You know, just top of each hour, have a glance through. If there's nothing on my window of the world, I'll go through the pound, I'll go through the euro, etc., to see if there's anything there. And if there isn't, then I'll wait till the next hour. Because how many times do you open a trade and find it goes against you for a good 40 minutes or so before it comes into play? you're better off looking at the top of the hour when the candle closes. All right. And the final part of my window trade setup is the actual trading window. And all this is because I leave those alone. If I was going to trade cable, for argument's sake, I'll have identified it from the tabs. I will flick it over onto my trade. It's dead easy to find. I can just come along, click cable, add it to my workspace, and then I can have a real good look at it on a full screen. And that is a roundup of how I lay up my charts, kind of the markets that I'm looking at on a constant basis. And that is it. You know, trading ain't that difficult if you are planned and prepared for it. And planning and preparation is the key. So there you go, guys. A very quick overview of how I lay my charts out, why they're laid out in that way, and I hope it helps. So enjoy the coffee, have a great night, and remember, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all on the next one.